Hello.
Hello, beautiful.
You too. You seem to be in a good mood today.
Yeah, you are making me fall into a good mood, even though it's
Is
at like
it?
10:30 at night. Yeah. See,
It's
you
9 in
you
the
got ready
morning.
early. You got ready so early in the morning. You kicked off your kids
Yeah.
to school,
Yes,
and
I
you're
did.
just having a ball of your time.
Yes, yes. Other days I generally grab a coffee and have a peaceful morning just for 15 even if it's for 15 minutes.
Do you
But
mean
today
this is
since
not peaceful?
no this I don't want it to be peaceful. I want it to be exciting.
It definitely it will be.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, it's almost
So,
bedtime for me, but yeah, I'm here just for you.
oh, I feel so special.
You are my love.
Oh my God.
Okay, so tell me, what are we
So
going to talk about today?
let's start from the beginning. Childhood.
Okay,
Any childhood memories, anecdotes you want to share?
so many childhood memories, but
Huh.
I think I'll tell something that everybody can relate to.
Mm-hmm.
But you go first.
No, no, you start.
Why you go first?
No, I don't know. Okay, mine is so. This was when I was, I think, two and a half. Okay, I was very small, and my mom and I were there at home alone.
Mm,
My
mm,
mom, she was busy in the kitchen, and maybe I was playing in the other room. Okay,
mm,
and this room somehow I don't know how, but I just locked myself in,
mm.
and my mom she
Classic.
got very yeah and my mom she got very scared that how will I come out. I was just two and I couldn't talk, also I couldn't talk properly. But thanks to my mom, she was very calm, and continuously she was directing me how to open the door. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
but then it was getting very longer. She was getting worried. Then she called one of the uncles. He came as in there was a window. So we were on the second floor, and that uncle, he climbed the windows, and from the windows he was instructing me continuously. He was just telling me how to you know unlatch the door. So somehow I did it, and then finally I came out. But I was thinking, if I was not able to, then it would have been a different story altogether. So
And
that's one of the memory.
do you remember this all by yourself, or is it like your
No, no,
mom
no.
kept
I
telling you?
remember because this is like from childhood. There are one or two memories, or maybe even more, which I can remember very vividly. That yeah, this
Yeah, because
happened.
you're saying it happened at 2.5 and you still remember this.
Yeah,
That
yeah.
means it's like your core memory which got
Yes,
into your
exactly,
mind.
exactly. Yeah,
Were
exactly.
you scared that once you come out, your mom is going to beat
No,
you
no, no,
black
no,
and
no, no,
blue?
no, no, no. She was
Okay.
very loving. She was very loving.
Okay. Okay. So you're just naughty and she had to put up with it.
Yeah, I don't know why I did that.
It's just toddler's age. Now you know your
Yeah,
kids will do soon.
exactly, exactly. So
Hmm.
you go now.
Um, I can't think of specific ones, but there are a lot. Like, we used to live in a very small house during our entire childhood. I'm sure a lot of people
Yes.
in those days, we were all like middle class, lower middle class. There's nothing
Lower
like
middle class.
rich or lower middle class. Yeah, we wouldn't say it. It's like we are not like utter poor, and we are not like proper middle class. Also, we are
Yeah,
always stuck somewhere in between.
yeah.
So for this, it's like we lived in a small house and we had so many neighbors whom we know. Like the whole street, we knew each house who was living, what's the uncle auntie's name, and what kids they had. And mostly somehow we had our similar age group kids in every place that we lived in, and it was very easy to just go out, play. Because now if we think for our kids, they don't get much of outdoor time, especially
Yeah.
here, much of outdoor
Yes.
time because of the season or because of not having too many connections with the neighbors, especially. But back in those days, we our parents can just blindly leave us off at our
Yeah.
neighbor's house,
Yeah.
or just
Yeah.
even leave the door open because the neighbors would take care of us if in case we needed something.
Hmm. Hmm.
So we had these things like the neighbors would come home, they'll just give something to eat, whatever they make, even
Yeah.
if it is like chutney or dosa, the batter. We used to share all those small kinds of things,
And we
and
used
we
to
had
eat
this.
more there, more at their
That's
home.
always the case, right? Yeah, it's
Yeah.
like the grass is always greener on the other side. You go to someone's house or they give something, you'll always be like, "Wow, this is so much better than what I am eating at home or what I'm getting at home." No offense to mothers, but
Yeah.
yeah, that's how it is. Even our kids now, if you see, when they go to a neighbor's house or any friend's house, whatever they offer, no complaints, no tantrums, they just take it and
Nothing.
eat.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's how it is. Yeah, and we had this
And
huge playgrounds near our home all the time where all the
yeah,
kids we used to
same.
go play around. Just I don't remember any big fights happening there in the playground. It's just we play together, do lot
Yeah.
of pretend play, running, jumping, lot of physical activity used to be there.
I remembered a very funny one, but I don't know if I can. I can't share that on
Why
camera.
not? Let's go. Let's go. Share.
Really?
Yeah,
You would regret that. I won't regret, but you would regret that.
I won't. If I do,
So,
I'll cut that piece off this recording.
okay. So, okay. No, no, no. I shouldn't. I think I
No,
shouldn't.
go ahead, go ahead.
So, I think I must be 4 or 5. Okay.
Hmm.
And we had a neighboring auntie I was very close to. Actually, she was from a different state and she was not very, comfortable with the language, with the Hindi
Hmm.
language that we used to speak. She was Tamilian
Okay.
actually,
Okay.
and she when she got married, I used to go and visit her. So she was very close to me, and she was very, like very comfortable in speaking in any like whatever tuta futa Hindi she used to speak, I could understand, and she could understand what I
Okay.
was conveying. So I was very close to her. She had a son who was like that time he must be around one or two. Okay,
Hmm.
and we went to play out. There was this field just in front of our house. We went to play,
Hmm.
and I was wearing this long gown kind of thing. Okay, that she
Okay.
only got for me, the
Okay.
traditional ones. I was wearing that. We were playing, and somehow I don't know why I was wearing a loose panty that day. Okay, and I don't remember this. That okay, I was not very conscious about that, and somehow just it came little bit down. Okay, and the moment it did, I knew I won't be able to walk back home, and I was so scared. I was so anxious. I told him, Ki, can you just go and call your mom immediately? I didn't ask for my mom. I don't know why. I told him, you go and call your mom immediately. And she
Hmm.
did come. Okay, she did come to my rescue somehow.
The superwoman.
Yes, somehow. She just,
What did she do?
she just, since I was wearing a long gown, so it was not very embarrassing for me. She just took out the panty very cleverly and she put it somewhere. She hid it somewhere inside her sari, and I went home with her holding her hand.
Did you realize that or no?
Of course, I did. It was so I was very scared and I was so embarrassing that what if
Oh.
someone, they
Hmm.
couldn't see me, but what if someone knew that, I'm not
Yeah.
wearing a pant?
Yeah. That
Now,
fear.
when I look back, I realize that people were not that bothered because everyone was playing on their own and they were very busy.
Hmm.
But I was very self conscious. Oh my God, what just happened?
Oh my God.
So,
You
yeah.
never mentioned this before.
No, that's what the moment you mentioned the neighboring aunties and uncles, no, this story suddenly came because I had, I thought I'll share something else, but it just came suddenly. This is like organically, it just came out of nowhere. Yeah.
Okay, now I remembered one more. Since you talked about
Yeah.
the park and the school and all,
Yes.
so you might remember, right? During those days, there was this thing called spirit game where you write like alphabets on a sheet of cardboard or some paper, and then you write yes or no in the bit in the middle, and then you have numbers at the bottom, and you put a coin at the center, and you all friends, like we did this like I think 2 or 3 times. It's spooky. I till date I don't know if it was real or one of my friends moved the coin, but but Sundar, he keeps saying that no, your friends might have moved, or that's all nonsense. You realize even now. So what happened was, that time I was so studious, and we all had like
Yeah,
all
you
of my
were nerdy.
friends
You
were
were still
studious.
nerdy only. Yeah.
No, so what happened was, and it was like we were in 10th standard, and we were going to appear for the public exams. So what we did, we went to a friend's house, all of us, like 10 girls or 12 girls. We went to a friend's house, went to the terrace. We did this thing, the chart where we wrote A to Z, yes, no, numbers, and we put a coin, and then we just closed our eyes, and we were just holding hands, and we were calling a spirit.
Okay.
So
So
at
what
that time,
spirit? You named something?
yeah, so at that time there was this Telugu actress who was killed. So people
Oh.
claimed it as a suicide, but there were also rumors that she was murdered. So we called her. So we called her, and then we were like, we asked her, was it a suicide or a murder? And then she said yes for a murder. It was
Oh my
apparently
God.
gang rape. The rumor was that she was gang raped, and she said yes for that. And then, so silly, so stupid, we asked how much each of us would get in the 10th exams. We were like, how much?
How much marks you would get? Oh my God. You wanted her to predict also. Huh? You silly kids.
Now that I think about it, it's so stupid. So she gave some
Oh, she gave
marks.
the numbers also?
She gave the numbers, but I don't think none of that, any of that matched with
Yeah.
whatever she
Oh,
predicted.
okay.
But the coin was like zup 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 zup. It kept moving for whatever
It
question
kept
we asked.
moving. Oh my
Yeah,
God.
and nobody, like none of us doubted that it was someone moving the coin, or we all thought it was pretty real, Ray. It was. And then one more time we tried the same thing. So we had a renovation or a construction going on in a new school, and then it had a room full of sand and this bricks and everything. So like 4 or 5 girls, our friends, we went into that room, and then we sat, and we were we were trying to call again.
Whom? The same spirit?
No, it's an actress, but I think it was Soundarya. You know, you might know Soundarya, right? Do you know Soundarya? She's a Telugu
No.
actress. I think we were calling to trying to call Soundarya, and also
Is she alive?
Mahatma Gandhi.
Mahatma Gandhi. Why Mahatma Gandhi?
Yeah, we were trying to call him, and then so the thing is, how you call is you hold your hands, and then you deeply meditate within yourself, like calling the spirit name, come, we have some questions, we want to talk to you. So we should keep saying that. So that day, what happened was, my the boys in our class, they were secretly sneaking from that room outside. They were just watching us what we were doing, and then someone was slowly making a sound as to, I am here, I am here. Posing as a spirit, and we all burst into laughter, and we just ran away from there. And then I went back home, and my cousins were at home, and I told them that we did this. and they all scolded me. Why did you call? What if the spirits didn't leave you and they just followed you home and they never left you? It is very dangerous. Never do that again. It is, now
I
that I
never
think
did
about it,
that.
it's hilarious.
Yeah, I
You
have
never
always
knew
been
about it?
very. No, no, I knew about the game. I never did it. Like, I never got someone who can, I never
Let's
got
try
a
that.
partner in crime.
Let's
Yeah,
try that next time when we meet.
we'll do that. Yeah.
Yeah, it was so. I think now also when our friends meet, we talk about it. We mention about it sometimes, and then we have a good laugh about it.
In
Oh,
our school there was this rumor that there's something spooky about our washroom. It was not very well lit,
hey,
actually,
this
our
rumor goes
washroom.
on all the
I
schools.
think all the schools, yeah. Our school,
Yeah,
it was very
everybody
dark.
starts
It was
this.
very dark. It was not very well, well lit, not very well ventilated. There was only one small window. Okay. And the light also, I don't know why they never bothered to put proper light there. It was very, very dark. And we all used to get so scared going to the washroom. And there was this story, same story, that there's something in the washroom. So we girls, we used to, hold our hands and then go
Yeah, go
together, and we
together,
wait,
come out
go
together.
together, come out together, and we used to wait for each other also, that let the other person, get done with it, and then only will come back. That's very common.
Yeah, this was there everywhere. I
Yeah.
think now you're also mentioning. I've heard from others also. I've seen in movies also that they just randomly say there's a ghost or a spirit in the washroom,
Yeah,
like Harry
yeah.
Potter. Yeah, and so many memories. Like during our school days, we used to do all these kind of like sports activities, right? We used to go for the activity time, and we just used to just sit, talk, just chat about some stuff, just have good laughs, giggle,
Well,
less of play, more of talking. But we
yeah,
had so much fun at school. I
yeah,
wish I could relive all those moments, but
yeah.
yeah,
So infrastructure wise, it was not so good, if we look back
yeah,
now, right?
yeah.
It was not so good, and it might be hard for people to like figure out, like imagine it. It might have been so bad that there was no proper light also, but it was
Hmm.
there, and now
Yeah.
we feel, oh my god. But those
But
are
you
good
know, it was
memories
enough.
only.
We were also raised accordingly. Like be okay with whatever you get.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
like we used to crib about some stuff, but we were okay with whatever we had. We never had complaints. All we wanted was just have some fun with the friends when we go to school or
Yes.
outside.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, that's all
So
it was about.
during the last day of our exam, I remember I used to ask my father for just 1 rupee coin. I wanted to every like exam last day, I wanted to get one chocolate. Okay, since the exam is over, I wanted to treat myself. So I would ask my father for only 1 or 2 rupees, not more than that. But I don't know why he used to be so generous, and he would give me 5 rupees. Okay. But
Hmm?
even then I used to spend only 1 rupee and keep the 4 rupees.
Savings.
Yeah, save four
Savings.
rupees for later. That if I need something else, then I'll buy it with that.
Hmm.
Yeah.
We used to. How did you learn riding a bicycle?
Bicycle. It was my
Yeah.
cousin brother, and I learned it very, like, when I was in sixth or seventh standard. It was during the summer vacation. My cousin brother, he
Oh.
came. He was younger than me, but still he knew how to ride a bicycle, and
Mm.
with him only I learned using my dad's bicycle, not even a lady's bicycle. Half pedal.
I know. Monkey pedal. We call it monkey pedaling on the side. But
Now these
we
kids,
had.
they have a extra supporting
Yeah,
wheels,
yeah.
and they can ride
Tricycle.
that. Yeah, with the bicycle only, they would have extra those wheels, and they can,
Yeah.
learn.
We
Our
never
time there
had
was
that.
no such, yeah, there was no
Yeah.
such luxury.
At
Still
our
we
time,
learned.
so in our lower middle class, what happened was we used to have these shops where they used to give cycle for rent. So I learned it, me and my brother. I was, I think, probably 6 or 7 years old.
Yeah.
And he taught me. So we used to run, and they used to give for, I think, 2 rupees or 3 rupees for 1 hour. And the shop used to be so far from my home that we had to run to get it for 10 minutes,
Huh.
get it back to the home, because we
Yeah.
couldn't practice in the other area because it was all shady, dingy. So my mom always used to say, come back home and then you practice here and then return it. So we used to run, get the cycle, learn for like 30, 40 minutes. He used to push me, and then he taught me very well bicycle riding. I used to get hurt a lot. So many bruises I still have. And then finally I got it. So that's how. So we used to get it. We used to learn. We used to pedal for some time. That also we used to share. Sometime for some time he used to do it, and for some time I used to do it.
Oh, so much negotiation, remember?
Yeah, yeah.
That
During
I
those, at for the things that we need, we used to nicely negotiate. No fighting
Yes,
there.
no fighting, nothing, yeah.
Yeah, only at home.
Yeah.
And we used to give it back. So that's how I learned. So yeah, now I see other kids here, even at age 6, 7, they use this like tricycle. I don't blame them. That's how we are raising
Yeah.
them. But
Yeah, exactly.
yeah, but I can't think that they will ever put so much effort into learning things as we did at our times.
We are sounding
Yeah,
like two old women,
we
at
are,
our
aren't
times.
we? Aren't we? By age we are old, but by heart we are forever
Yeah, we
young.
are here. Yes, yes.
Yeah. So many things were like this at school. So many things happened. The spirit game is the one thing that I remember a lot, and all mostly related to our school teachers, sirs. We have so many memories. It was so much fun. There's always this biology teacher who used to look very attractive, and there's always a PT sir who goes behind her to make his, he puts his entire efforts to flirt with her, but she doesn't budge. So the same thing happened. We had a very we got a new biology teacher, and she was very fair. She was good looking, and she was short. And we had another PT sir who was actually a super senior from who passed out from our school itself, and he came to our school as a PT teacher, and he used to try so hard to talk to her, flirt with her, but it never worked out.
It
And
never
we
worked
used
out.
to all the students understood that it's like unspoken rule or an open secret that there's always this trials going on with the PT sir, and we used to
I
laugh a lot about
I'm
it.
getting this images from the Prema movie where she's a Sai Pallavi.
Yeah,
She's
yeah,
the
yeah, yeah.
computer science
Oh
teacher,
yeah,
no?
the PT sir.
The moment you said, I could just remember those images.
Right, yeah, that happens a lot in a lot of
That
schools.
happens a lot. Yeah.
Yeah, and there's always this maths teacher or the maths sir who's very strict, and he's just
Very.
very, very rude with all the boys, but he's
Yeah.
very sweet with all the girls. That also happened. But ironically, in 10th standard, when we were there, we had a maths sir, and he was very good at teaching, but he was never jovial or friendly with any of the students. And me and my friend, that girl is very naughty, very like silly, stupid. She keeps cracking jokes, and we both used to sit in the first bench, and suddenly she keeps blabbering something, and then we would burst out laughing. And one day he just threw a duster on her.
Then she cried.
She didn't cry. She was
Oh, she
still
did.
laughing. And I was laughing. And then I think he sent us both out just to sit
Uh,
outside. I never got so many punishments when I was in school, because I was studious, and also all my friends or all the my classmates used to think I was this very arrogant girl who doesn't talk properly, who doesn't gel well. But it just happened. It's like
Hmm.
that. I'm not rude or I'm not mean, but it's just I'm so studious that I was very competitive. So
That you
maybe,
were still.
yeah, maybe that
I.
just came out to them. So if any of my school friends are watching, I'm just clarifying this out. Very, very nice person.
Yeah, yeah, you are a very nice person.
What? You should tell
with
me.
with a competitive edge, nothing else. Of
Yeah.
course you are a very nice person, there's no doubt about it. And the first time we met, I the first thing I got was, okay, she's very nerdy with the specs, and with the whole demeanor also, she's very nerdy. And you are, I think you are still little bit.
Probably.
Yeah. So this one time, I think I was in
Hmm.
seventh or eighth standard. Okay, we used to have this sometimes regular class tests, this 20 marks tests. Okay,
Oh
which were
yeah.
planned. Yeah,
Hmm.
and there
Yeah.
used to be separate notebooks for those. For the class
Hmm.
test, you would have a
Yeah.
separate notebook. I remember this one time we were told that tomorrow we'll have a class test, and I forgot to get the notebook, the class test wala notebook. Okay, and
Hmm.
me and a couple of other students, they were very notorious. Actually, I was not very notorious, but that day, since I forgot, I was sent out of the classroom. We, all those who forgot the notebooks, we were, sent out of the classroom, and we had to stand outside. Okay. We were standing in such a position that everybody could see us, that these kids, they forgot, like these students, they forgot their notebooks. The
What
other
were you
kids, they were,
standing at the center of the school or
no, no,
what?
no, not center of the school, just outside our classroom only. But
Hmm.
it was in such a position that students from other classrooms, from their windows, they could easily see us. Okay,
Hmm.
so the
Hmm.
other kids, they were very notorious, and they were, they were just smiling and laughing. They were cracking jokes. Okay, and
Oh,
I
but
was like,
not you. Oh, but
no,
not
I
you.
was
But
very serious, and that day I felt so bad that, see, what a
why were
shame.
you
What did
sent
I
out
do?
if you were so
I
serious
forgot.
and
No, no, no. I forgot my notebook. That's what I'm saying.
ah, okay.
That day I forgot my notebook, class test notebook, and I was sent out of the classroom. But
Hmm.
that
Oh,
day I
so
felt so bad, and I had so much introspection.
that you, oh, I should not do this again. I
I
have to
should not
remember.
do
I
this
have to
again. Yeah,
remember.
of course. I feel I was
Yeah.
so serious. I took it so seriously. Now when I remember, it's so silly. It's fine. You
Yeah,
forgot
no,
your
no,
notebook
this
once.
happens because in school days all we had was competition, like
Yeah.
or this
Hmm.
thing that you should not be seen as a as an inferior person. You always want
Yeah.
to
Yeah.
stand at the top or be at the
Yeah.
top. So or
Hmm.
at least the surroundings or the society
Yeah.
or your
Yeah.
neighbors, they'll all think, oh, you're reading so well. So they have some kind of expectation that
Yeah.
that is set, and you always strive to reach that. And
Yeah.
if at all you don't reach there, you always feel like, oh, I did not do that, I'm not up
Yeah.
to the mark. So there's always this
Yes.
inferior feeling. So
Yes. Yes.
yeah, that's also common with a lot of people at those times. We talked about very happy moments, but there are also like
Uh,
so many sad memories that you might be having in your mind. Do you want to share any,
no, I
which is
can't
not too
remember any
personal?
sad memories. Not too personal. Right now, I can't remember any sad memories. I can only remember the happy part. You have something that you got suddenly.
Nothing too sad. It's just the silly sadness that you get when you miss some rank in your class, or
Oh my God.
when my mom used to hit me, because hitting was very normal.
Very
And
normal.
even
Oh,
now, I guess
yes.
in India, yeah. So yeah, I used to get hit by my mom in school. I was never hit by any of the teachers, but my mom used to beat me and my brother like black and blue all the
Yeah.
time with any kind of equipment she had: chappal, spoon, belt,
Hanger, comb,
hanger. Oh yeah, comb.
then rolling pin, whatever,
Villain.
whatever she could grab at that moment.
Yeah, and at that moment, if I got fewer beatings than my brother,
Mm,
I used to feel so jealous, and I used to feel so like I used to feel that she's showing partiality towards my brother and she's not beating him more. But those instances were very few. My brother was very, very naughty compared to me, and he used to get most of it. But yeah, whenever she used to hit me more, I used to feel like, why aren't you hitting him more? You know, you always like him more. I used to always bring it up. Yeah, so many memories were there with my brother. I have a lot. I have a long list I can talk about. But yeah, for now, I don't want to bring all those up. I'll save
yeah,
it for later.
we can cover that in another episode. Like, what else?
Oh, so many things. But for
Again,
now,
for now,
yeah,
yeah.
for now we have talked a
We'll-
lot. So we'll ask
yes,
the people who are watching this video to comment about what their favorite memories were during their school days or childhood or
sure.
whatever it is. Share
Yeah.
and we'll see.